Today on Let's Glitch, I'll show you how to get a giant bomb that turns into random items, how to use your hat as a weapon, how to cause the game to slow down and fail to render moving objects, and how to beat the game with very few stars. And all you need is a Mario 64 game cart and N64. For these first two glitches, you're going to need to be on top of the castle. Just copy what I do here to get on top. Once you're on top, you need to jump off the front and land as close as you can to the door. This is because an event will trigger if we land on the bridge. Because we didn't trigger the event, which is where the cameraman tells us how to use the camera, he'll be there waiting for us. You normally can't see him when you approach, but because we skipped the event, we can. Going inside the castle and coming back out, he'll disappear and the event won't ever trigger. For the other glitch, you're going to need the wing cap. Once you have the wing cap, you want to get the highest point that you can on the castle, do a triple jump to fly, and fly up here. Once you're up here, you pretty much just want to run towards the castle, and sometimes you'll just run up it, but if you run just at a corner, or sometimes just the wall, it doesn't really matter, you'll fall through. Pretty much you're inside the castle, but you're not really inside of it. If you go through the door, you'll be inside the castle, but you'll still be in that black room. It's pretty much just the black room they put there, because you're going to open the door, and you're going to see in there, so they had to put something there. It's not too useful, just need to see. If you want to get out, just make sure you're inside the castle and you can just walk through the wall. Next up, head to the first level and find a bomb. Run forward, jump, and throw the bomb. You'll be able to keep your forward momentum, and therefore you'll be able to catch up with the bomb you just threw. This will allow you to catch it when it explodes. What that means is that you can catch it in that split second that it's actually big. So what's the advantage to this? Well, go onto the slope and just slide on it. Doesn't make it disappear. Mario's now holding nothing. Now the advantage to this is now the game will try to put something in Mario's hands because it needs something there. So when you get near something or when an event happens like a bubble exploding, the item in your hand will change. Such as here it became a Goomba, and when I go near a bubble that explodes, it becomes a bubble. You can also get it into a coin, well pretty much anything really. Next up in level 1, get the wing cap and do a triple jump towards Koopa the Quick. You want your third jump to be close enough to start the conversation, but we want to jump away before it starts. Essentially what this means is that we triggered the conversation, but he can't talk to us while we're in the air. So when we land, the conversation will start. So our goal here is to get to the top of the hill, so we win the race in 0 seconds. To do this, we're going to land in the first cannon. We're going to use that cannon to shoot up to the floating island, land in that cannon, and use that cannon to shoot us to the flagpole. Now as soon as you land next to the flagpole, the conversation will start, say yes, and you've won the race immediately. Now you may just think, well, the race was really easy now, I get the star, right? No. Koopa the Quick never shows up. So, you never get the star. You just get the honor of winning in 0 seconds. The reason for this is that Koopa the Quick never actually shows up. You can wait up there all you want, he's never coming. But if you go to him, you'll find he's still there. But he's invisible. And he won't talk to you. You can really just run into him so you know he's there, but you can't really do anything with him. You can also do this glitch in the rematch in Big World Small World, but there's no wing cap in this level, so it gets a lot harder. Essentially what you have to do is do a triple jump, same as the other glitch, jump off the ledge, and you have to land on a Koopa shell that you place there beforehand. I'm not even going to get into how difficult this is. Probably took me around 30 jumps in order to actually get it. Once you finally land on the Koopa shell, you can ride to the finish line, jump off, and the conversation should trigger as normal. Once again, you don't get a star from this, because the same thing happens. He becomes invisible and he never shows up. These next few glitches just take advantage of the fact that this is primitive 3D, and they haven't really stopped the whole walking through walls thing. For instance here, if I place a block by the wall, and then jump between the block and the wall, it'll force me through the wall. You can then swim around the water behind there, because you couldn't place water at an angle, they had to place it as a square. So there's going to be water behind there. You can actually do this in many levels, as you can just jump through a lot of places. You also take advantage of the bomb's explosion to push you through a corner. I'm not going to go through all the locations you can do this in, mainly because there's a lot of them. You all pretty much do the same thing, you fall to your death, you swim in water, or you jump through the ceiling. Everyone who's played Mario 64 remembers the slides, and how you could cheat by jumping off the slide and landing on a later part of it. But there's another thing you can do. On Peach's slide, once you get here, jump and hit B, and you do a back kick, allowing you to go backwards. You want to get on the railing, jump off, and use the kick to go as far back as possible. And you'll actually land on top of the exit building. There's not much you can do here, it's just fun to get on top, as it is just a big black void. You can just jump off the edge and you'll finish the race. Next I'll show you how to beat the game with only 16 stars. Once you get to the basement, keep collecting stars until the rabbit pops up. Once the rabbit pops up in the basement, you want to catch him, but don't collect the star, we're more interested in the rabbit. Take the rabbit back to the door, and place him down in the corner of the door. It takes a few tries, but eventually when you put the bunny down in the corner, you'll pop up inside the door. Now once you get inside here, you don't want to move. Hit Z to crouch, and then spin yourself around, and then you're able to pick up the rabbit and just turn around and put him down. Let's put him on the other side of the door. Now I pretty much just want to do the exact same thing on the star door, and we'll be able to get through even though we don't have enough stars. Beat Bowser here and get the key. This will allow you to go upstairs. Once you get upstairs, you'll be blocked by another star door that requires 50 stars. So turn around, start heading down the stairs, and as you head down the stairs, hit Z and A to do a long jump, and then push the control stick towards the stairs, and start pushing A. You'll find you'll start doing sort of reverse long jumps, but they'll be really short. What we want to do is we want to tap A as fast as possible in order to shoot ourselves up each step with the long jump. What this will do is make us go really fast and shoot us through the door. Now once you get through this door, you'll be stopped by yet another door. But this time you'll be allowed through it, you're just stopped by the endless staircase. So we pretty much just want to do the same thing, only it's easier this time because we have infinite stairs to do it on. After you get up there, beat the level, beat Bowser, and you beat the game 16 stars. Now for the next glitch, you're going to need to lose your hat. There's 3 ways of doing this: having the vulture steal it, having the monkey steal it, or getting blown off this bridge by the snowman. I recommend this way just because you don't have to chase down the monkey, you don't have to chase down the vulture. The hat just falls on the ground. Once the hat's off, you don't want to go pick it up, just leave it there. Head to the left, and keep heading down until you get to the tree back there. What this tree will do when you grab it and slide down, is warp you to the tree next to the sign. What you want to do is then jump right back on that tree, slide back down, warp back to the original tree. You just want to keep doing this over and over. Each time you warp, another hat will pop up where you left your hat. The advantage to this is you're actually able to pick up more than one hat, and when you do, Mario won't put the second hat on. Instead, he'll pick it up, his hat on top will disappear, and you'll be holding his hat. You then use the hat as a weapon. You can also do this with the flying cap, and it'll actually allow you to fly while holding the hat. Just make sure when you go to pick up your hat that you sort of sneak up to it. Don't just run into it, or else you'll pick them all up at once, and you won't be able to get the second hat. If you allow too many hats to spawn, in other words, use the warp on the tree too many times, the game will have a really hard time having those hats on screen while doing other things, just because there's so many objects on screen now. This will cause the game to really slow down, and everything that pops up on the screen will instead be black boxes, because the game just can't load it all with all the objects on screen. If you do it way too much, the game will just freeze. Now, as always, there's a bunch of glitches I haven't shown you, but either they're not visually pleasing, or there's no advantage to it. Like, you can shoot Mario out of a cannon, have him die, and fall back into that cannon, and you'll be able to shoot him out of the cannon while he's dead, and as soon as he lands, he'll die. I really don't find an advantage to this, and it's not that entertaining. Maybe I'm wrong.